A single nuclear bomb can destroy an entire city. A modern nuclear bomb typically has a yield of 300 kilotons, with a destructive radius of over 5.6 kilometers. Everything within this radius is obliterated. The number of deaths and injuries can exceed hundreds of thousands, depending on population density. But what would happen if 1,000 nuclear bombs were dropped at once? How does this terrifying weapon work? Today, we will explore the brutal reality of nuclear weapons. There are two types of nuclear bombs: fission bombs and fusion bombs. Fission means splitting. A large amount of energy is required to hold many protons and neutrons together inside a nucleus. When the nucleus splits, an enormous amount of energy is released. Uranium and plutonium have radioactive, unstable nuclei that can easily break apart. When a neutron strikes one of these nuclei, it splits and releases more neutrons, which in turn split other nuclei. This is called a chain reaction. This reaction continues until all the fissionable material is used up. With each step, a massive amount of energy and heat is released. When a bomb falls from the sky and hits the ground, a volcanic-like thermal zone forms at the center of the explosion. Then, a blast wave spreads outward in all directions. A mushroom-shaped cloud forms, which can rise 10 to 20 kilometers into the atmosphere. Next comes radiation, which slowly contaminates humans, animals, plants, and water. People exposed to intense radiation suffer from cancer, leukemia, skin diseases, eye problems, and reproductive damage. Animals die or are born deformed. Plants stop growing, and the soil becomes barren. Water sources become toxic, leading to mass deaths, famine, and the collapse of human civilization in the long term. At the end of World War II, the United States dropped nuclear bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In Hiroshima, approximately 70,000 people died instantly. Later, radiation and fire caused the deaths of another 90,000 to 140,000 people. The power of a nuclear bomb is so terrifying that a single one can destroy a city or a small country. But what if 1,000 nuclear bombs were dropped simultaneously? Vast areas of Earth would be destroyed. Millions would die instantly. Climate and environment would undergo dramatic changes, ushering in a nuclear winter. Sunlight would no longer reach the Earth, as dust, smoke, and radioactive particles from the explosions would form a layer in the upper atmosphere, blocking solar radiation. Temperatures would drop rapidly, and much of the Earth could be covered in ice. Plants would be unable to photosynthesize due to lack of sunlight. Agriculture would collapse completely, leading to a global food crisis. Billions could starve to death. The survival of human civilization itself would be at risk. Nuclear weapons are not ordinary instruments of war. They are symbols of ultimate destruction. It is our responsibility to prevent their use and establish peace on Earth.